Philip Kenneth Collen, born December 8, 1957, is an English musician who is best known as the co-lead guitarist for the rock band Def Leppard, joining the band in 1982 during the recording of the Pyromania album. Prior to joining Def Leppard, Collen had performed with a number of bands in the burgeoning British glam metal scene. Outside of Def Leppard, with which he still records and performs live, he has been involved in a number of side projects, most notably the trio Man Brays, with which he is the lead singer and sole guitarist. Early life. Collen was born in Hackney, London. He got his first guitar, a red Gibson SG, on his 16th birthday, and taught himself how to play. 3 He played with several bands including Lucy, Touch, and Dumb Blondes. He left school to work as a motorcycle dispatch rider for a Typesetters until his band Girl got their first record contract. 4 During his tenure with Girl, Collen's career began rising, spurred by the relative success of the albums Sheer Greed and Wasted Youth, which allowed him the opportunity to play at more significant venues. 5 The young Collen can also be seen on the back cover of Deep Purple's Live album Made in Japan, as the live photo was actually taken at the Rainbow Theatre in London, the concert Collen attended, and not in Japan. 6 In an interview, Collen revealed that he was approached by Steve Harris to join Iron Maiden, replacing guitarist Dennis Stratton. 7 Def Leppard. Collen in 2005. Before Collen joined Def Leppard on July 13, 1982 during the recording of Pyromania, he had previously been asked to consider joining the band during the 1981 tour for High and Dry by Joe Elliott and Steve Clark, whom he knew at the time. Despite this invitation, there was no need to replace Pete Willis. As a result, Collen stayed as a member of Girl. Recruitment and friendship with Steve Clark. After Willis was fired due to alcohol problems, Joe Elliott called and asked Collen to audition. He was asked to perform the solos on the songs Stage Fright and Photograph during the recording sessions of Pyromania. 8 Lang, the band's producer, said to Collen, "Just have fun on it, play some solos on it." Photograph, Rock of Ages, Foolin', Stage Fright, and Rock Till You Drop were all songs that he played solos on. 9 He and fellow guitarist Clark quickly bonded, becoming close friends and leading to the trademark dual guitar sound of Def Leppard. Collen and Clark became known as the Terror Twins in recognition of their talents and hard-drinking lifestyles. By this time, Collen had also become noted for his trademark bare-chested stage appearances. 10 Changes in lifestyle. Death of Clark and Adrenalize sessions. In 1988, Collen quit drinking alcohol, which had developed into a serious addiction, stopped eating meat and adopted a generally healthy lifestyle. According to Collen, he began suffering from blackouts due to alcohol and quit when he realized that he was losing control of his addiction, which was starting to dominate his life. In contrast, Clark did not follow such standards and died due to alcohol abuse in early 1991. 11 After Clark died, Collen was faced with the challenge of not only dealing with the loss of a friend and bandmate but also with the burden and responsibility of the Adrenalize recordings. The music had already been written, but Clark's playing style differed so much from Collen's that recording Clark's parts proved very difficult. While Clark's playing style was rhythmic, melodic, and sometimes even characterized as sloppy, Collen's style was technical and precise, leading to difficulties in mimicking the sound of Clark's playing style. Due to the aftermath of Clark's death, as well as the issues with the recording of Adrenalize, Collen seriously considered leaving Def Leppard. 10 According to Joe Elliott, Collen did not want to continue in the band with Clark not being there. He said, "I'd rather be a plumber." 12 Clark would ultimately be replaced as the band's co-lead guitarist by Vivian Campbell, formerly of Dio and Whitesnake, shortly before the Adrenalize tour. This relieved Collen of some of the pressures of the overkill production style of Def Leppard, as well as the challenge of reproducing Clark's guitar parts for live shows. 10 Side projects. Collen performing in 2018. Collen has been involved in several side projects over his career, most notably the band Man Brays, formed as a joint collaboration with former Girl bandmate Simon Laffey as bassist and drummer Paul Cook from the Sex Pistols. 13 Collen played lead guitar on Donny Osmond's song Just Between You and Me in 1990. Due to his band disapproving of him playing on this song, he was credited as Rory James Collen on the track. In 1990, Collen co-produced the On the Edge album of the Australian band BB Steel. 14 In 1991, Collen offered a song he had written, Miss You in the Heartbeat to the band The Law, which was featured on the band's self-titled album. This album was the band's only release. Miss You in the Heartbeat was later recorded and released by Def Leppard. 15 In 1993, Colin executive produced the album Sublime to the Ridiculous for the band, Sheer Greed, composed of former members of Girl and Act. Colin was also associated earlier in his career. 16 Colin has also worked in side projects with Def Leppard singer Joe Elliott. One of these recent projects was a tribute to David Bowie and the Crons, and he and Elliott also joined with Trevor Bolder and the Woody Woodmansey from Spiders from Mars and keyboardist Dick Decent to form the band Cybernauts. In 2001 they released a live album of Bowie songs. 10 In 1996, Colin performed as a featured guitarist on the Jeffology, a Guitar Chronicle album, a tribute album to Jeff Beck. Colin performed on the single, "'Cause We Ended as Lovers" from the album. 17 In 2010, Colin recorded the song Hard Times Celebrate with rapper Bizarre Royale, featured on the album The Ride. 18 Colin formed a blues project by the name of Delta Deep with vocalist Debbie Blackwell Cook of the 1980s group The Jammers, which released an eponymous debut album in 2015. In 2017, Colin was featured on 3 tracks of the Reunited the Professionals album What in the World. 19 Colin joined Joe Satriani and John Petrucci on the 2018 edition of the G3 Tour in the United States. 20 Personal life. Colin has lived in the United States for 25 years and currently resides in Orange County, California. He commented, "I'm almost a California native now." He has 5 children, Rory born 1990, Samantha born 2004, Savannah born 2009, Charlotte born 2014 and Jackson born 2018. 21 He was married to Jacqueline Colin Tarley 1989 and Anita Thomas Colin 1999. He married actress and costume designer Helen L. Simmons in 2010. 22 Colin is a veg and 23 and has been a vegetarian for 35 years. 24 Colin is also colorblind. 25 Colin has been training extensively in martial arts for over 20 years. He began his martial arts training in Kenpo Karate 26, earning the black belt. He also has studied kickboxing with Benny Urquidez and Muay Thai with Gene Carrillo. 27-28 He currently works out off and on tour with Eric the Trainer. 29 Equipment. In 1989, Colin worked with Jackson Guitars to develop the Jackson PC-1, an ergonomically correct electric guitar. Although according to Colin, he designed them because they looked cool and they ended up having bad balance, as well as a really weird shape. 30 As of 2011, his livery with Def Leppard consists of various Jackson PC-1 guitars, some modified, all equipped with DiMarzio pickups, Floyd Rose tremolo units, and a Floyd Rose sustainer. Driver. Colin uses several Fender acoustic guitars. Colin uses D'Adrio 0.13 to 0.54 and 0.13 to 0.56 gauge strings, and he uses steel picks. 31 Discography with Girl Sheer Greed 1980 Wasted Youth 1981 Killing Time 1997 Live at the Marquee 2001 with Def Leppard Main article, Def Leppard Discography Pyromania 1983 Tracks 1 to 3, 6 and 7 Hysteria 1987 Adrenalize 1992 Retro Active 1993 Slang 1996 Euphoria 1999 X 2002 Yeah 2006 Songs from the Sparkle Lounge 2008 Mirror Ball, Live and More 2011 Viva Hysteria 2013 Def Leppard 2015 Diamond Star Halos 2022 with Man Ray's Surreal 2008 Punk Funk Roots Rock 2011 with Delta Deep 2018